Alright boys, how's it going? It's the Lone Courier here. So I'm here to talk to you guys today about Modern Warfare 3, and just want to say at the start of the video that it's been a while since I've actually made a COD video. I think the last one I made was probably a wee shitty Modern Warfare 2 or Warzone 2 type of video, so I want to make some more videos this year because I'm actually kind of enjoying Modern Warfare 3 and I wouldn't mind actually making videos on it. So we'll just need to see how my time goes this year because I've actually started an apprenticeship as a steel fabricator / welder. So I'm doing a lot of college work behind the scenes. So I might not always be able to make videos, but I will try and get some videos out here and there whenever I can. So yeah, Modern Warfare 3, just want to have a wee bit discussion about it today. So I'm going to start off with the multiplayer because I would usually start off with like campaigns in these COD type of videos, but to be honest with you, I haven't actually played the campaign myself. I've played 2 missions of it and it's dog shit. So yeah, if you're looking for a good conclusion to the Modern Warfare trilogy, you're not getting it in this game. It's probably going to go into Modern Warfare 4. The story in this game's dog shit. It's just really fucking bad. It's like 3 hours long and it's rushed as fuck, and it's literally just a bunch of Warzone missions, you know, like there's nothing that actually makes it feel like a campaign. And also there's about 1 million cutscenes in it. They're not even good cutscenes, they're just like Discord call type cutscenes, and it's just shit. So that's basically my thoughts on the campaign. Pure shite, didn't bother with it. If you're expecting a good climax to the Modern Warfare trilogy, you're no fucking getting it in this game. Basically it's gonna go into a 4th game because 3 hours, not long enough to actually tell a proper story. So I don't know what the fuck they thought they were doing with that, but I mean obviously you can tell that campaign was just a bit of paid DLC. That's really all it was, a 3-hour DLC. So if you go into it expecting that, you might not be as disappointed, but there's always going to be the thought that you paid full price for this in the back of your head. Anyways, multiplayer is what I said we're going to talk about, so let's just get on to the multiplayer. So multiplayer, right, I've heard some theories about multiplayer this year. Now I think the main one with the multiplayer maps, you know, it all being classic Modern Warfare 2 maps from way back when. You know, I think these were the Modern Warfare 2 remastered multiplayer maps that we had years ago. You know, when Modern Warfare 2 remastered came out and there was no multiplayer, it was only campaign. I think these were the remastered multiplayer maps, to be honest with you. It might have been, maybe not. It's a cool wee theory. You know, they've probably been sitting on these maps for a long time. You know, they've probably just been like, right, we're gonna... It's a card up Activision sleeve where they go, right, we'll drop these whenever things aren't looking too good, you know, when they're not looking too hot, because that was obviously the plan with Modern Warfare 2. It was going to be a 2-year game. You know, this might have just been a DLC for it. That was the plan that we all heard originally, and you can tell obviously because it doesn't actually feel like a fully fledged game. But you know, obviously at some point in development, Activision have decided to turn it into a full-on release. So now, there's a funny way of looking at this game, right? Sorry, I said we're going to talk about multiplayer and I've kind of just been rambling on, but there is a funny way of looking about this that I've thought about, right? So, see if you've bought Modern Warfare 2, obviously you're paying kind of for the same content twice now, whereas if you skip Modern Warfare 2 and just bought Modern Warfare 3, you're basically going to get the 2 games for nothing. Well, you're going to get the 2 games for the price of 1, almost in a sense, right? Because, you know, you're still running through this Call of Duty app. So that means that everything is all on the one game. So if you just buy Modern Warfare 3, with the rate that they're going, you know how they're adding all the Modern Warfare 2 maps into MW3 now. Like the actual Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer maps from 2022, like Farm 18 and all these other maps. The fact that they're adding these maps into the game now, it's like you're paying for the same content twice. And if you skipped out on MW2 and you only bought MW3, you're basically going to get the 2 games in one. Especially if you keep adding all the MP maps, because if you think about it, you've got all the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer weapons in there, and you've got all the MW2 maps now, or you're gonna get them slowly. You know, they'll probably keep adding them in like reloaded updates, so that there's like a slow trickle of content into the game. Because you think about that, they can just trickle these maps into the game and just go, hey, use content. And it's like, but we had that last year, so it's not new content. So give us some new shit. But it's just a wee funny thing when you think about that. Anyways, multiplayer in this game. Fucking 5 minutes into the video. This is how sidetracked I get when I make videos, by the way. This is like one of the worst fucking things ever, right? Anyways, multiplayer in this game, I do enjoy it, right? But there is some glaring issues with it, and I feel like one of the biggest ones definitely just boils down to the 150 HP. Now, I like having more health in COD multiplayer, don't get me wrong. I absolutely loved Black Ops 4, which had 150 HP and manual health regen, which meant that you had to do all your healing yourself. You know, you had either the stim shot or you had this wee manual health kit. You had to do all your healing, and it was cool. You know, it definitely added into gunfights because you were fighting somebody, you take a few hits, you've dropped HP, so you just drop behind cover, both hit your stim shot, you're back out with full health or whatever, and you continue the gunfight. Whereas in this game, it doesn't really feel like you get proper gunfights with people, because it feels like the 150 HP is noticeable when you're fighting people, but it doesn't feel like 150 HP is noticeable when someone's shooting at you. It only feels like it's noticeable when they're shooting at you from a distance, when you can actually sort of like avoid some of their shots when they're missing, obviously. But when you're up close, you barely even notice it's 150 HP now. You know, sometimes you do, right? In the muscle memory sense of it, like you'll be spraying into somebody and you'll pull away because you're used to that's how long it takes to kill somebody. Whereas in this game, you'll turn away and they'll be on like 1 HP. You know, you just need to get one extra shot in, but due to the muscle memory, you're pulling away at the last second before you finish them off, and then they just melt you instantly. So that's one thing I've had a lot happen, right? Now, the other ones, obviously, that you all know about, is it feels like you put about 20 bullets into somebody to kill them. It doesn't do anything, and then they turn around and melt you in 2 shots. Now this, I've been getting this all the time since I've been playing this multiplayer, and it's without doubt one of the biggest issues in it, is just how inconsistent this TTK feels. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's quite good that these are the flaws that the game has, because, like, that's really just it. There's not too many more issues with the game besides from that. Now, that's good for a Call of Duty game to release in that state. I mean, I wish there was more games that released kind of like that, because as it stands, like, the game plays pretty fucking well. But the problem is, the game plays pretty well because this is just year 2 content, you know? So basically they've just taken everything that works out of MW2, all their updates that they've had at this point, and they've just thrown them into this game day 1. So it's got all the beneficial quality of life updates from MW2, you know, like when you're fighting somebody and you get killed, it says you're outnumbered by X amount of attackers. Stuff from MW2. All these quality of life changes that are in this game to start off with, so this game basically starts off on a better footing than Modern Warfare 2 22 did. So I mean, the multiplayer's good. It's definitely a good foundation for things to go in the future. I'm interested to see how it goes. And I mean, there's no really too much to complain about. There's no really much more to ask for. It's just a decent multiplayer mode. And it's good that we've got a bit of movement back as well. So that's pretty much all I've really got to say about the multiplayer side of things. I'll probably make a couple more videos at some point. But I want to move on to zombies now, because zombies, surprisingly, has been my focus this year. Now, I really wasn't expecting much out of zombies. No, I'm being serious. I was expecting zombies to be fucking dog shit. Looking at the trailers and the footage that we got before the game came out, I was like, yeah, zombies does not look good this year. But you know what? I'm actually going to have to go back on my words, because, yeah, I'll admit right now, right, that obviously this is not classic round-based zombies. This is about as far away from that classic formula as you could fucking ask for. But at the end of the day, it's actually still an enjoyable wee mode. And I'll say this right now, right, that I played a fair amount of DMZ last year. I tried so fucking hard to get into DMZ, right, and it just did not take for me. You know, I mean, I played a lot of DMZ, probably done about 25, 30 extractions or so, and God knows how many other failed extractions. So I've been playing a lot of zombies, and obviously the main thing I can tell from it all is that this is not zombies. This is basically just DMZ, DM zombies, you know. It's just DMZ but with a zombie skin on top of it. That's not bad, right? Because some people have just said it feels like a Halloween event with zombies in it. And it's not bad. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do in this mode. Obviously, as a classic round-based zombies player myself, you know, I started playing zombies way back when you actually completed the campaign in World at War, and both you're straight into Actian and Totem. So I've been playing zombies as long as it's been in COD, and it's enjoyable. You know, I can enjoy myself with what we've got this year from fucking Outbreak, or not Outbreak, MW3, Modern Warfare Zombies, basically Outbreak 2.0. So I can enjoy what we've got here, There is a lot of stuff to do in it, and that's kind of what I'm enjoying with it so far. I mean, there definitely is some criticisms I've got regarding zombies in this game. I mean, I feel like the biggest one is the exact same as everybody else's critique of it, and that's that the time limit needs to go. You know, this time limit it doesn't deserve a place in zombies. There's no need for it at all. It's just so frustrating having a time limit in a zombies match, because it just goes from being, you know, being able to just like farm zombies and all this type of stuff, you're having a good time with your friends, it just feels like really stressful. Like, you need to get in, do your stuff, especially if you're going in with an objective in mind. You know, say you're wanting to do a specific thing, or you're wanting to hang around in a specific zone. You know, you kind of need to beeline straight to a certain area, and there's a lot of really anal type of stuff with getting set up, and it's just, you know, the main frustrating thing with it is it feels like you need to play 2 games in a row most of the time. It feels like your first game is setting yourself up, and then the second game is enjoying the setup from the first one. And I mean, you know, round-based zombies, there always was an initial amount of setup in a round-based game of zombies. You know, depending on what map you are playing, you might need to get the shield, you might need to build this, build a bit of that, and do all this other sort of stuff. And you had to do that in most of the round-based zombies maps, but it'd only take you till about round 15, 10, 15, 20 to get sorted, and then that's when the fun began, sort of thing. Whereas in this mode, it just kind of feels like by the time you've got it set up and the fun's starting to begin, you know, it feels like you're about to just get that last countdown for, you know, the fucking gas circles expanding. You need to get to the final exfil. You know, it feels like by the time you've got fully set up, the game's ending. You know, at a 45-minute timer, it's not long enough for a proper game of zombies. You know, I feel like most round-based games of zombies went past that 45-minute into the hour, 2-hour mark. It depends on what map you're playing on, and you know how long you can survive on it. So it's one of the things that needs to change. This time limit really needs to get adjusted. There probably is a reason for it. You know, I mean, obviously the time limit, it's because this is all based in DMZ. DMZ also had a time limit. So it's probably just like a hard-coded part of the mode itself, but it needs to change. You know, they need to remove this timer, because it removes the fun in a sense, because you're just needing to grind out game after game after game, and you're having to set up, you're having to do the same things so frequently so you can get set up. And I know that is how round-based zombies always was, doing the same things over and over again, but it's just annoying when it feels like, say you play 10 games, 5 of your games were just getting set up and grinding out stuff. It's just kind of frustrating, especially when, you know, you're like, I want to do the fun stuff, and you've got to do all this fucking grinding first. It's a little bit annoying. And another thing as well, right, is how inconsistent this game mode has been so far. Now, I'm saying this in regards of connection. This game mode, because it's online, right, essentially this worked kind of how DMZ worked as well, is say you go into DMZ, you're bringing your free plate vest in already, you've got self-revive, you've got a kill streak, you've got a full fucking bag full of perks, you've got a large rucksack, you're fucking sorted, man, for this next game. You are absolutely fully kitted out, and then you disconnect from the fucking game before you've even loaded in. So you disconnect by the time you've even got out of the loading screen, right? So then it kicks you back onto the menu again. You're like, right, fuck it, we'll just go for another game, see how it is. And then you click on and it shows you your inventory, and you've got nothing left. Everything is fucking gone. From no fault of your own, because you disconnected before you even got into the lobby. You've lost all your gear. That free plate vest gone, self-revive gone, kill streak gone, everything gone. You're gonna need to grind a shitload more just to get yourself back to where you were. You've lost all your fucking progress through no fault of your own. It's so fucking annoying, man. Like, this is what I hate about zombies being online only. Now, obviously, in this situation, it has to be online only because it's an online game mode. Whereas the older zombies maps, they were online only. Like Black Ops 3, you have to have an online connection to use the gobblegums and whatnot in Black Ops 3. So you lose your internet connection, poof, you get kicked out. It's been like that for a while in zombies, right? Probably since the days of Black Ops 3, but it's so much more frustrating in this mode because you die or you disconnect and you lose fucking everything, man, and it's like, I didn't even do nothing wrong and I've just lost all my gear. Especially with how tedious it can be to go and grind all that gear back again, because you want a free plate vest, right? Your guaranteed spawn for a free plate vest is a mercenary stronghold. So you're going to need to go and do the mercenary stronghold. You probably want better guns for the mercenary stronghold. You're probably going to want to be kitted out with your perks and stuff for that too. So you're facing a shitload more grinding. So aye, it's frustrating as fuck. They really do need to improve the connections in this game mode, because it just fucks it for everybody when you disconnect at the start of a game, lose all your stuff, and it's just like, fuck it. Because there's a lot of people out there that would just go, there goes my interest, not playing it again, fuck this. And aye, just it's something that needs to change, you know. There definitely needs to be private matches of this stuff, or a way to avoid these potential disconnects. And even if you do disconnect at the start of a game, you need to be able to keep your gear. You know, that needs to be something updated in the game, that if you disconnect through no fault of your own, that your gear stays on your character. Now, obviously, they'd need to work out a way of doing this without people being able to exploit this system. But it's something that needs to change, because there's like far too many situations where I'm losing all my gear for no reason at all, and it's so annoying. But aye, zombies in general, there is enjoyment to be had in this. I'm just going to say that it's nowhere near as good as round-based zombies, but I feel like it's a good start. And definitely, if there is going to be a round-based map or two this year, then yeah, should do the job. But this is better than DMZ. It is. As I know, if it was this or DMZ, I would take this over DMZ every day of the week. I'm probably never going to ever touch DMZ again because of this mode. So, aye, it's a pretty good replacement for it, but this definitely shouldn't be a replacement for round-based. This is obviously just a very quick, rushed-out sort of game mode. It's just DMZ/Warzone with zombies. And, I mean, if it's enjoyable enough, just being Warzone with zombies, then imagine if it was its own fully custom built game mode from the ground up, built for Outbreak or whatever, you know. Imagine how good it would be. And imagine how good these round-based maps will be eventually as well, right? So, yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Leave your opinions in the comments below. If you guys want to see some more zombies content on the channel, which I'm feeling like might be a possibility. If you want to see some more of that, hit the like button, drop a comment, and maybe drop a wee subscription if you want to see some more videos in the future. But aye, just let me know what your thoughts are, and I shall have a wee conversation with you guys down in the comments. So aye, see you guys later. Have a good day, boys. Peace.